Hi, and welcome to Drones Down Under podcast. Danny, Ty, welcome.
Good
G'day,
evening.
Sean. How you doing?
Very good, very good. Exciting episode we got for our viewers and listeners. So today we're going to talk about how to monetize your drone. So, Danny, I know you sort of started on this topic and we've had a few conversations about it. So you want to give us a little bit of intro why you think this will be useful for everyone out there?
Well, we've all got to start somewhere eventually, and if you can turn a hobby into making money, well, why not? If you've got a drone, there's still money to be made instead of just flying around taking pretty photos for Instagram.
Good point. Good point. So before we go into it, just want to remind everyone we're actually going to give away 4 separate adult tickets for Wings Over Illawarra, which is on the 12th and 13th. So we'll share more details about that and before the end of the episode. So that's really exciting that we can actually do that. So let's get started. So if we let's start with probably some of the drones that we're actually quite familiar with. So obviously from a Mini perspective, let's say you've got a Mini 2 or a Mini 3. And from a Mavic perspective, probably a Mavic 2 or obviously the Mavic 3. Now, what sort of services can we do using those types of drones, gentlemen?
Well, first up, creative straight away.
Definitely.
All your pretty images, especially, I mean, you can speak from experience with the new Mini 3, Danny, but the Mavic 2 Pro, I mean, that still to date has one of the nicest lenses on it to capture imagery with. Those kind of drones, you are going to be able to produce art level quality images. And, you know, there's plenty of places you can put them out there these days as well.
So you're talking about selling those as prints, Ty?
Yes, definitely.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
A good point to note as well. The say the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 3, much higher megapixel count, just better sensors will give you a much better printable image. Well, I know the Mini 3 allows the 48 megapixel mode. That 48 megapixels still doesn't look as good. It's still a very small sensor.
Yeah. So
correct.
definitely low light's probably not the best way to go if you want to get some sunsets and sunrises. Probably better off to go with like a Mavic 3.
And I'll push that Mini 3's dynamic range as far as I can for sunrise.
Well, they can hassle more media if you want to learn more about the low light conditions. So if we,
it also depends on the imagery you want to grab too. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if you're grabbing images for print, yeah, you want that bigger sensor, 100% you do. But then if you're doing stuff again for more social media, but there's again plenty of ways to monetize on social media through either selling the images to other companies to use for their own marketing and things like that. There's the option out there to do that too without having to obviously use the bigger sensor drones.
Yep. So we've got create and sell prints. What else we got, gents?
Well, straight off the back of selling stuff for social media, you can sell your stock footage. That's a great way. We've all got hard drives full, and I've got terabytes of footage just sitting there. Why not? If you're not going to use it, upload it to Getty or Adobe Stock and sell it for it's not much money, but it's it's better than sitting on a hard drive.
And also do your research if you're going to look into stock too, because a lot of stock companies now, you have to kind of go through almost like an approval process where a panel will actually look at your images and decide whether you are skilled enough to provide them content. And also they want to see the content you're providing isn't just duplicates of what's already out there in stock world, because like you guys know, it's pretty saturated in certain things. So
have you seen the footage? Have you seen the footage of Sydney Harbour on every stock footage or every stock site? It's all the same.
All the same. All the
There's
same.
only so much you can take of the bridge.
Exactly. So if you are going to do stock, think outside the box, because there is definitely room to do very creative stuff there to get it sold.
That's cool. So we've covered off. Sorry, Danny, go for it.
Oh yeah, you're going to lead us into the next segment already. You got this.
No, I was going to say, so we can obviously create prints, we can create stock photos. What about from an inspection perspective? What are your thoughts there?
Right. The easiest thing to offer straight off the bat is start with your friends and family, offer them roof inspections. It's something that not everyone even owns a ladder. So how do you check your gutters, check your roof? after a big storm, we're coming into storm season, especially tie up in Queensland. That's the easiest, most simple thing you can offer is a few photos of someone's roof. Or if you want to
100%.
actually upsell now, get in early before storm season. So if say if there's a storm, people can actually say, okay, well, this damage wasn't there before the hail came down. It's always good to have before and after. Which reminds me, I'm gonna take some photos of my roof.
Or you want to help people who've actually, like in Victoria, there's obviously quite a few suburbs that have copped a lot of rain. Just go and help people, because if you're building a portfolio, it's no way better than actually starting somewhere. You're actually doing a good deed for others and building a portfolio at the
100%.
same time. So
I've done that for people, for my neighbours after hailstorms here. We have had some bad ones over the last few years. So, sometimes it's not necessarily about the monetary side of things. It is just about being able to provide a hand when things are necessary. So that's something else you can do as well.
So friends and family, who else, Danny, for roof inspections that you could chat to?
Well, I guess that leads straight into insurance companies. If you've got if you've got 20 photos of roofs, send those photos to the insurance companies and show what you've got, show what you can do. It's a simple process that anyone can get into.
Yep, I definitely agree. And I guess one of the things I learned over the last couple of years, when people get their roof repaired, they generally don't even have photos of their repair, or they might have got it resprayed. So, or you might get a couple of iPhone photos from the dude standing on the roof. So, you're paying a lot of money. Yeah, go for it, Danny.
And so that sounds like a folder full of problems that insurance company is going to give you.
Yeah, and like I think Ty's talked about in the past his own roof where he's had hail damage. Having some photos of your roof that you've just been having repaired is great when you actually do need to use it down the track. So
100%. I mean, you're even getting roofing. I know a couple of roofers, and a lot of them have bought their own Mini just to literally go up and get an image of the finished work to just say it's complete and it's up to scratch. So, I mean, there's definitely the use case there for it.
Definitely.
Cool. So we've got prints, we've got stock footage, we've got some inspection. What else, lads? What else can we give the audience to get started?
Ooh. One thing you'd always offer. Sorry.
Yeah, you go, Danny. You jump in, bud.
Let's say you could always offer, say, going out into rural properties and offering 3D or 2D orthomosaic images. Super simple. You use any kind of flight planning software to take a grid of images, and you can stitch them together in Lightroom to create a massive, 2D image.
Yeah. So just to be clear, you're not talking about survey grade here, Danny. You're just talking about having a stitched photos to create that ortho.
An image says 1,000 words, and if you've got a property that could be fire damage coming into summer, like it's just a good way to be prepared and knowing where that where the dead grass is, anything.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I think one of the other things that we didn't touch on, and we didn't really discuss either, was just the simplicity. As much as it's kind of a dirty word, is going out and hitting up real estate agents too. Yeah, it is a dirty word, but it's only dirty to us because we've all been there.
Tyler said we're not going to use that R word.
Everyone needs to start somewhere. So,
and real estate is one of the best places to start because you get an experience with customers, compositions, editing.
It gives you the base level to teach you everything you know about business and getting into the industry. And I'm sure you won't do it forever if you ever start doing it as well. But it's still a good starting place though, especially if you're looking to monetize, because it teaches you a lot apart from just going and taking some images.
Yeah.
Yep. So given we touched on the R word that we said we wouldn't tie, so let's say doing some photography, what else can we do on that service as well? Obviously using drones, probably like a value-added service or something.
Yeah, well, I guess if you're in real estate or you're trying to get into real estate, a real estate agent won't call you up just to take photos with the drone.
Nah.
Get yourself a small, a cheap APS-C camera and start doing the ground photos. A nice wide lens gives you a full package, because that way they're not trying to call up. An agent won't call up one person for every single individual item. They want a whole package. One person do everything.
Correct. And then and doing video and amongst that as well. I found quite often with the drone side of things in real estate, quite often you're doing more video than images. But that's another great place to start as well. To get out there and sharpen your video skills a little bit, particularly with the drone, because it's not as simple as it looks sometimes. But it's again, it's a great place to start. It teaches you a lot of skills and teaches a lot of skill in business as well.
And just while we're on the RE word, you can also add in floor planning, copywriting. Like these are the kind of things like obviously do require a bit more experience, but it's something you can learn as an additional thing to offer. Before you know it, you could be shooting real estate full time. And
you can be that one-stop shop then.
Yeah, and you know it's something that's not going anywhere. People are always going to buy and sell houses.
Yeah.
So we covered off a bunch of services there that you can obviously monetize using your drone, and obviously some of your current skills like photography. What about the law sides of things? So let's say you're obviously not familiar, you've just got your first drone. What do you guys recommend?
Well, straight off the bat, people should be not listening to people on Instagram, and don't send it everywhere. Go to the CASA website. It's casa.gov.au/know your drone. It breaks down the rules for the most simplest things, like keep 30 meters from populous areas, don't go over 120 meters, don't operate within 5.5 kilometers of an airport.
Yeah,
you know, it breaks it down to the most simple level to be able to understand.
And you'd be surprised how many people, when they get their drones, don't know those basic rules. And that's something can get you in a lot of trouble. So it's highly recommended that you go and have a look.
A good little word of warning: when you're flying your drone illegally, you're breaking federal aviation laws. Food for thought.
Yep.
Yep, definitely. And obviously we need to pay our bills. So we've got our own drone safety awareness course, which we're giving 50% off until New Year's. So instead of $199, I think you're paying $99, and we'll put the link up. It's on Air Inspect store. It's called Drone Safety Awareness. Just Google that.
Yeah,
and
a lot of useful information in there as well, especially for people coming in at entry level. There's a lot there to learn and to teach you to help get you ready for out in the field.
I don't know about you guys, but I know what my partner's getting for Christmas: a drone safety awareness course.
50% off. Should be running down.
Right. Oh, that's a brilliant deal, I tell you. She's gonna love that, but she's gonna love it.
She's gonna be a happy person with you, Danny.
I really hope she's not listening to this episode. I'm sorry, babe.
Oh no, I expect you to give it to her now on a piece of paper, wrapped up, and and I want to see video. I want to see the reaction.
So
check the YouTube page on Christmas Day, because I guarantee I'm going to post something.
So use Deed Up to get your discount. So we go specifically into some of the laws, privacy. I mean, there's new laws around noise regulations of drones. So we're constantly updating that course. There's videos, content, checklists, and games to sort of make it a bit more interesting. Nothing like going through laws to make things interesting. So I think we use our experience and are constantly developing that course, because we understand when we got into this industry, it can be quite challenging. There's so many things to get your mind across. So it's a course there to help Australians in the industry, right? So trying to get in. So that's something to have a look at. Now let's get into our giveaway. So our 4 separate adult tickets. So if you want to get more information about the event, it's if you visit wingsoverilawara.com.au, and we'll have the link up for you as well. And what you need to do to win those tickets is simply go and subscribe to our YouTube channel and write a comment why you should get that ticket. So we'll pick 4 of you. This will be, what's the date on Monday?
Monday 7th.
7th. Thank you. Monday, 7th November. We'll contact you and let you know who the winners are. So I'll give away 4 tickets. And yeah, hopefully you can get down. It's a great event. We were there last year. We did a few different live events on YouTube as well, which is really great. And there's a few thousand people there, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. And we got to pop my wings cherry because I didn't get to go last year thanks to dreaded COVID. So
we'll bring you down. Ty's coming in hot, guys. Safety Ty. He's going to have his cone on his head and everything.
So we're definitely going to be doing some episodes at the event. We'll definitely be going out at the event, talking to people locally there as well. So it's exciting. So there's the 4 tickets. So hopefully you guys get on there, subscribe, support the channel, because we obviously want to keep growing and doing all the things we do. And yeah, go from there. One more note around, I think from a drone registration, gents.
Yeah. So any drone under 500 grams that has used for any form of monetary gain, under 500 grams is free to register, but all drones have to be registered with CASA. Anything over 500 grams for commercial purposes, must be registered. It's $40 per drone per year. If you get caught doing commercial work without a registered drone, it's an $11,000 on the spot fine. And police have actually been briefed on this already. I've had a few chats with a few. So heads up, pay your rego. You wouldn't drive an unregistered car.
Oh, you could in the past, but now you're probably going to get the fine.
Well, New South Wales, we don't even have the stickers bloody on the windows anymore. What do we check?
That's Australia wide now.
No, pay your
Oh, is it?
rego.
Pay your drone rego, pay your rego. Stay classy, gents.
Stay classy. Cool. So thank you. That was awesome. I think that was really good to get some ideas on how we monetize. The next episode, we're going to actually talk about how you charge for those services. I'm sure everyone's interested in knowing, yes, it's great getting the industry. I've spent some money. Now, what do I charge? And again, it's a difficult topic to cover off. So
we're going to teach you guys how to make millions. Not really millions, being a drone pilot.
Shh, don't tell them.
Cool.
Have a good one, gents.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Peace out.
Until the next
See ya.
episode.
See ya.
Good night.